Oh, PhD man-child. Is this how I'm meant to do it? Am I meant to pull out the other trunk? How about like this? Am I doing it right? Fuck, I don't know. Ooh. I've been seeing a lot of the kitty streamers doing it like this, so you can't see the nipples. Alright, let's get a bit real. A lot of you following me know that during 2020 we've had the whole COVID pandemic. It hit us out of just absolute nowhere. And I was very lucky in February. I just really had enough of work, very stressed, depressed, so much stuff happening throughout my life in the last 2 years, saving a deposit to buy a house. Just had me go, had enough, went overseas to just reset the battery, think more about my business, buy up a bunch of stock. This is when we learned about what was happening in Wuhan, and it was spreading in certain countries. Cases in the tens of thousands global, 1 to 10 here, there, my hometown, as well as went to Japan. Thought I'd risk it. If I get stuck, I get stuck. If I don't, I don't. I said sayonara to work and had a blast of a time. You would have seen all of the content all over YouTube. So when I came back, shit hit the fan, and we all know what happened from country to country, state to state, the whole politics. Unfortunately, we did very well in Melbourne, Australia, and got complacent. So things just went way tits up in June, July, total lockdown, businesses being shut down, full wave 2. Wave 1, I was working the front lines in my workplace, redeployed, and that was an absolute nightmare. The stresses were extra, less staff, multiple chiefs cherry picking and looking down. So all eyes were you as the very minimal staff that were out there working. I'm not going to exactly mention what I was doing or whose contract I was under in case I get pegged and fucked for making edgy content. So what's happening in Melbourne, Victoria from July onwards to this point? We started getting cases in the double digits, very high, to the hundreds every single day. And generally a lot of the restrictions were heavy. It was well done, but it just kept propping up as we were learning about this new virus. And the state government pretty much put us down in permanent lockdown. So what has my life been like for this whole time? We're generally not allowed in this so-called stage 4 to leave 5 kilometres outside the perimeter of the property we live in. If you are a single individual and if you haven't gone to work, you could have been isolated from the general community all the way back from March, April, when workplaces started to progressively shut down from wave 1. We have a curfew now where we're not allowed to leave our households from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. unless you have a valid work reason. An hour of shopping or an hour of exercise once a day, one person. You're going out by yourself. A lot of people in this state, which has also had its borders closed for the first time ever in the history that I remember, or possibly of the institution, we can't exactly travel out. And in the main Murdoch media and the other big printing presses has been punching down on our state government's efforts and the people here. We're more hated as a group, a state, in all of Australia for some reason. I don't know, it's just how viruses are spread. But generally any misfortune that happens to anyone in Australia, bang, Melbourne's fault, they all did it, they're fucking evil, cast them away, let them recess or something. So it's all fucked. Now generally the amount of things you see on Twitter or what's going on Facebook, social media, toxic place, and people are being nasty and blowing their gaskets. Best to just keep off that altogether. My sake, I'm building a shop and I just wanted to actually withdraw from society. I'm doing super well, can't be more happier. I've been catching up on anime I have not seen for the past several years. I've just been focusing on 2 jobs and the YouTube channel and other things, catching up on models, and more important, slowly, piece by piece, moving stuff from various places before stage 4 to this location, the house I bought, Salt Mines, the shop, as well as the family house, which happens to be within 5 kilometres, so I can visit. Life is really good. For other people, not so good. I've been very informative that since we've got all this time, you'd think artists would sit down, they'll bulk it down, you'd make more kits, more projects, more songs, more everything. But with the collective mood, people have been getting very sick, unwell, down in the dumps, psychologically speaking. So no one's creating as much sharing, it's just sitting there scrolling through social media. The news puts out some sort of anti-mask, anti-COVID protest of some weird minority conspiracy theorist, and then you've got the most vile shit being thrown at them: idiots, dickheads, wankers, keyboard mentality. They're fucking it up for all of us. Everyone in one step. So they're saying we're all together and we all need to save lives or whatever, but we've all fucked it up and spread it out. Everyone's made an exception. I'm special, I can do this, I've got special authority or something, I can go shopping a little longer, I can do this, I can do that. Me type thing. And no one's just actually fully withdrawing, and if they're done, we haven't noticed because they're not here, they're not gone, they're not spreading a voice. So generally I'm having a lot of fun, making more content, more projects. It's all self-improvement, lots of cooking, lots of fun. Finally gotten out of my mental rut, and I'm ready to go into the future really hard, balls deep into what I'm going to see is the next stage and the rest of my life. It's a time to reinvent, re-look into yourself, reanalyze, because everything I was doing from 2017 to 2019 was not sustainable. Quick burnouts and an absolute hate for life and everything. This has all worked out really well, besides a few personal issues that had to be attended to, which made it very hard due to the restrictions. If you've got kids, that kind of sucks, but spend that time to invest in their mindset, their future, their upbringing, how they're seeing all this, because they're a lot more scared about this than you are. They don't understand tits, including people under the age of 18, your teens and stuff, edgy fuckers. So you're either investing in their future and their mindset and their development, or yourself, just an art, learn a skill, pick up an instrument, order some shit online, but fuck, the postage system is full, taking months to get shit from Asia and stuff, but who the fuck cares? This is a bit of a rant, PhD manchild, peace the fuck out, and if you want to know more about COVID or something, I'll do another one. I just want to emphasize something. The point of this video is everyone's being shitheads, everyone's dragging everyone down. Don't be a cunt online, encourage each other, go on social media, say something nice about people's artwork, content, who's actually putting positive energy out there. Return that positive energy if you can't create or share stuff, and don't go into the fear bullshit, because fuck you, that's why.